camp till you get back?
Well, I was thinking like I might hang out here until like one of us says something funny, then I'll turn the music on, and then like I'll probably be back by the
Dash
time.
to the kitchen, dash back.
And then,
Yeah.
And then because it's I have to be all hoity-toity and be drinking coffee out of a French press. French press.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm fucking fabulous.
Well, we all knew that, but now you have the cup, so this is just proof now.
All right. It's right there on my mug.
It's right there. You can see it. It says it in gold letters. If it was in like purple letters, wouldn't be enough.
Yeah. I think this is actually Donna's mug, but I stole it. So,
I mean, technically, I suppose being near her does confer some fabulosity.
The fabulosity definitely rubs
proximity.
off. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Wafting through the air.
Wafting. Isn't it wafting?
Whatever. Wafting. You say wafting, I say wafting. Let's call the whole thing off.
That'll do it. Music. Yeah.
No sound. Hey, no.
God damn it. What is even happening? Oh, hey, say that thing again. Oh, let's call the whole thing off. And scene.
I made it back in time.
It's kind of the
soon to be properly caffeinated. That's pretty appropriate.
Thank you.
For how you're doing things. My hair is too tall for the shot. There we go. That's better.
Oh, and you know what? I even got. I'm gonna have to go back to the fridge now. God
damn it!
I put some coffee in the fridge so that it'd be cold, so I could like temperature control my coffee to quickly imbibe it faster. Greg, it's that kind of morning.
Yeah, we'll just wait.
I do want to say though, I am grateful for the entire A block of Rachel last night that was just like, wait, so the president-elect had like a thing, and then like he's gonna hire people that Checks Notes have skills in their areas, and were professional, and it was like organized and like.
I don't know. I think he's missing an opportunity to name an oil industry lobbyist to his cabinet, but that's just me.
Why is Hunter Biden not head of state? Right? Why is he not Secretary of State? Everyone knows you hire your kids for that. Anyway, but for real though, it was hilarious because Rachel was like, "I don't even know. I'm not sure how to process this anymore." Like that.
I got a little something about that for when you get back. It's a little longer.
All right. Well, don't say anything interesting.
I promise. There's very little chance of me saying something interesting. That almost never happens. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, Deb. Good morning, Virginia. Good morning, Jareen. Good morning, Anthony Avia. Nice to see you. Donna Arbogast. Good morning. Good morning, Virginia Rupert. I may have said that twice. I don't care. And Fred. Good morning, Fred. Welcome to Hashtag Coffee. My roommate, Donna Van Meter, Laugh Track, as you know her here on the internet, is busy working in the other corner of the room. Not at all paying attention to what we're saying over here or laughing at any of it. So,
and we're back.
And that's why the square root of 89 is important. I said something important, something interesting while you were gone.
Yeah.
I tried not to, but I just could not contain myself. Fred either. It's either or. I'm grateful to both of you for coming through with your lines for the show, and to a whole bunch of other people too. Yeah, that was sketchy and late, but we did it. We got it done. Deb Marcotte, Biden's event yesterday was simply stupendous on every level. It surely was. Sherry Burney, good morning to you.
It's kind of funny though, not to be countered because you're right, Mom.
See, even Anthony Avia agrees that what I said was so damn interesting. It's right there in the comments.
Fuck all y'all. It kind of wasn't amazing. right?
See where you're
Like
going here. Yeah.
It was good, but it wasn't amazing. Comparatively speaking, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But just like it's sort of just like no. This is how like professionals professionalize things, and we've just been so inured to insanity that it's just like, oh, we. You want to talk about rockets this morning? Because we could talk about rockets. Even in a pandemic, there's like a bunch of crazy shit we got to talk about. Probably that's really really bad. But like there are non-dummies who will do their best in a very credible fashion.
Yeah, I put together a thing. I actually saved some meme images, which I haven't ever done that.
What?
Like now that I have the share screen capability because I'm using Chrome again.
Okay.
Chrome again, jiggity jig. I don't know, but anyway,
What?
I have some funny stuff to share.
Okay.
Corey, I've been out of the habit of giving advice to my conservative friends for a while, but I found some advice this morning. I want to share with them. This is something you can do to make the world a better place. Trump for Georgia Senate. Keep America great. Write in Donald J. Trump on your ballot January 5th. Please
Have you seen all the parlay fucking things telling them that?
I know a bunch of that is trolls.
Yeah, no, it is, but it's so good. It's all trolls. But like, hey, you know how you fucked
the
with us?
January 5th Senate?
Exactly. You have to boycott. They're anti-Trump. You got to boycott that shit. I mean, why haven't we been doing this the whole time? God damn it. Anyway, continue. That's amazing.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. There's that. Virginia reminds us. I missed a SpaceX launch last night.
Apparently,
and she video shot it from her front yard. You could actually see it from here.
I did see
that.
That
Was pretty cool.
Facebook post. Yeah.
Avila.
That's
what?
badass.
Avila. I don't know.
Okay. That's his last name. You're saying his last name wrong.
I think I was making the L silent. Avila. I guess that would be two L's. Would be silent. They cancel each other out. I'm not sure.
But can we do Avila? Purple heart. Purple heart. Purple heart. Purple heart.
That's the way to do it.
I kind of just want to use that from now on.
So yeah, there's the whole thing going on where Sidney Powell is no longer on the legal team, which means that Rudy Giuliani will have to release the Kraken himself.
Well, there's only the best part about that is for some strange reason I didn't see that coming, and for the love of God, I should.
That was my favorite thing.
Oh my God, that's
coffee
amazing.
Out my nose last night. Yeah,
I mean, you got to be some fucked up to not belong on the crazy town team of Rudy Giuliani and co.
Yes.
I guess you can only be fucked up and be a dude. You can't be a lady who's fucked in the brain pan. Can we talk for a second about the fact that, like, and I know we brought this up a little bit before, but it would appear that Ted Cruz and Rubio are trying to fucking become Trumpians, saying like super dumb shit, like dumber than normal shit.
See, I think what this is actually them getting their talking points and marching orders other than Trump at this point. I think this is like there was a whole swell of people from that side of the aisle talking about, now the hands are competent people at the end of America, shit like that. A whole bunch of them were saying stuff like that. So meetings that include Trump messaging. That's what's happening. It's anti-Trump messaging.
That's not anti-Trump messaging, dude.
No, it really is. They're taking it out of his context, out of his orbit. They're going to try and build a case for Democrats are going to be the death of America that isn't Trumpian.
It's literally just Trumpian light. Like it's like
they're all. They're going to say they're going to say it nicely though to show how much more urbane and better they are than Trump. I'm telling you, man, that's where this is going.
Okay,
they're going to go back to being just normal shitheads.
Well, try and thread the needle, right? How do you get all the psychos to vote for you and not be a complete moron who can't win?
Right, and don't tell them they're wrong. So, yeah,
that just makes me want to barf. Oh yeah, parlay got hacked apparently. Too bad for all those people that
I'm
shared
really
their
glad I
social security
gave him my
numbers.
social security number to
Simply
get an
for
account.
the ability to DM and become verified. I can't believe they actually did that. That's amazing.
Yes,
It
and
couldn't happen to a larger group
photocopies of your
dummies.
driver's license too was one of the other ways you could verify your identity.
Wow.
So apparently, a whole bunch of well-known people were part of that hack. So that's great for them.
well,
If only they understood the internet.
okay, Greg. Okay, Greg.
Don, nobody wants to see Giuliani's Kraken.
No,
Yeah.
no.
No, I have a feeling it's like a teeny tiny baby octopus.
Oh, come
Just a
on now.
guess.
Okay, total 180, but using the word octopus. Have you seen the octopus documentary on Netflix?
I watched the first 25 minutes of it, and I so want Mishi to see it that I stopped.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I want to watch it with her. It
That
was
was-
absolutely beautiful.
It's so good.
I was knocked out. Like, first of all, the water that guy is doing that in is
Cold.
like Arctic cold. Well, it's close to Antarctica. This is the southern coast of South Africa. There are penguins there. That's how close to Antarctica it is. So yeah, that water is way cold, and the idea of free diving in that for hours at a time is just that alone is pretty amazing. And I love that he had a big life in production video and the business world, and he just went back to the beach he grew up on and
Made friends
made
with
friends
an
with an
octopus.
octopus. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Pretty cool.
So Mr. Sasquatch, debunker, skeptic, total firm believer guy. I just wanted to get all of your titles in there.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Hey, it's a lot. Metal monolith found by helicopter crew in Utah desert.
Yeah.
Put there by Sasquatch.
No, put there by somebody who wanted to have some fun with.
Oh, comes the razor suddenly comes out of the the toolbox. All right, well,
Well, you eliminate the easy answers first, and some artists put that out there.
yeah, that's true. But it's cool.
I don't know. Did anybody take pictures to see if there were footprints around the monolith? Because that's the first thing I would ask if somebody said, "Here's a picture of Sasquatch standing in a field."
Right? Did
Would
they
you
take
go
any
over there after you
casts?
saw it and take some footprint casts? Then it's probably a dude in a suit.
Anyway,
And I can
Probably.
make a really good argument that when you watch the Patterson Gimlin film, the famous film of Sasquatch walking across a creek bed in California, there were people that went there the next day and took footprint casts and did a lot of measurements and photography on the scene. So there's actually quite a bit of other evidence related to that film. That's why it makes it compelling, unlike the monolith in the desert, which is basically something an artist did. So, no, it's not octopi. That is incorrect, Donna Arbogast. It is octopuses.
it doesn't seem like it should be though.
It's not the nomenclature is not from the Greek, which is how a lot of animals are named. It would be octopi if it were from the Greek, but it's not.
What's it from?
So, maybe it's not from Latin. It's from Greek.
Uh,
It's one or the other. The naming conventions for animals, whatever the system is, which I believe is Latin. Now that I think about it, the I would be correct at the end, but because it's not.
did I freeze or did he freeze? I feel like he froze. That's very sad.
From the Latin nomenclature, I'm done. Now I'm done. I'm back. Hello.
You're back.
Am I back
okay.
now?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
back. Do-do-do.
So I was badly explaining how octopuses is correct. That's it, Anthony. No, it's the other way around. It's from Greek, not Latin. Therefore, octopus is correct.
That's
We
what
could just
people
call
really
them-
show up here
We
for.
could just call them octopus,
No,
like moose,
no.
mooses, meese.
Anyway,
Sherry Bernie.
did you
I
do a
prefer
gratitude
octopuses. No kink shaming here. So,
and that's
that's good.
I've seen
That's
anime.
good.
What? Sue said her gratitudes. The right has not risen violently. It's good point. Mostly they're just getting their sads out. Grateful that even a boring press conference is something to be heralded. Yeah, amen to that. Like I'm so excited about just being like, oh, competence, cool. Back to napping. Like we shouldn't have to, I don't know. Like governance is not like a super hard thing, although it's obviously better the smarter people we get at it. I keep going back to John Kerry sitting in the White House day in, day out in the defense council or whatever as the envoy for climate. Like being in the room for all of that stuff, I think is just, it's really cool. I like it.
Jerry Elkins, grateful for the guilt meal my in-laws sent over last night because they didn't want to apologize for exposing us to COVID. Hashtag buying us off. Hashtag can't apologize. Didn't have to cook. So everybody wins. Everybody wins. That's good. I'm glad you guys got a good meal. The problematic sister-in-law that was going to fly in from Washington sent us one of those expensive Harry and David boxes yesterday. Free food. Hey,
I mean, all right.
yeah. I was just reminded of an image that I shared with Jareen yesterday in Messenger. See if I can find it. It's worth resharing.
Hey, did you see the title of today's show?
I did not.
How Biden stole the election.com?
Yes. Yes.
When you're done showing this meme, I'll bring that up and show people.
Yeah, I found this yesterday on the internet and sent it to Jareen. Yeah. When you finally meet the woman feeding you hot Cheetos every night for 9 months. This is a newborn baby with the face on.
With a face. Uh-huh.
And she was like, it's funny because it's true.
This
Hey,
is so good.
Letterkenny, a Letterkenny reference.
Oh, it's
The rotavirus, buddy. Got to stay clean. We should be cranking hand washing, buddy. We should be cranking handy Sandy, buddy. It's Sandy, buddy. I love that show because they make like 8 million references in 12 seconds, and you have to go back and watch it 3 times to get all the jokes.
It's so fast and so
It's
good.
so fast. Yeah, that's good stuff. So we were talking about the Biden presser yesterday.
Yes.
And I wanted to talk about this article. I'm going to link in the comments. White House Coronavirus Task Force calls for significant behavior change for Americans. That's funny because I would like a significant behavior change from the White House Coronavirus Task Force. Like they don't get coronavirus. That would be. What are we doing? What's happening?
I was trying to. Application window is going to work better because then you can see the top there. It says how Biden stole the election.com.
Yes, you should all click on that
And then you
right
hit
through your
enter.
screen.
And then you
And
wait.
what comes up
He got more votes.
is- thieving bastard.
That's the site. That's the whole site. That's how Biden stole the election.com.
Yeah. So yeah, Americans, we need to change our behavior, unlike the coronavirus task force members. And it's funny because an example was provided for exactly how that should fucking look. And it's like this: everybody's standing where they're supposed to stand with their fucking masks on. Between everyone that spoke at that press conference, a staffer came out and wiped down the podium and the microphone and sanitized it before the next person spoke. You know, behavior changes. Like we'd like to see for all Americans. You know how you get that to happen? You lead by fucking example. And you mask up and you don't get half the coronavirus task force sick with coronavirus. It would be much more believable that they gave a shit about us and each other if they actually practiced these things. I don't know.
Yes.
Seems like a thing you should do.
It does seem like that. Little update on the uplift.art stuff.
Yes.
The whole music,
I'm not the needle. I'm not the bubble. I'm the pin.
right? As it turns out,
have a
you just
theme
need to
song for
repeat
that.
something like a bunch of times, and then people start singing it. Which is not my intent, but it sure worked. Anyway, we raised $26,000 for HaitianRoots.com,
Nice.
which is going to be using that money to buy food for kids in Haiti for the holiday season. That's pretty good. And I spent $300 on NFTs, and they're worth $1,000 now. So that's fucked up.
I haven't checked mine in a couple of days.
Yeah, that Token Heads app it's cool.
I have that on my phone.
It's very quick. It's just like a quick and dirty little this is what you got. This is what all these sold for last time.
Let's see what it says. I forgot what that is, but I was like Token Heads. Who installed a game about pot
Wait
smoking
a
online?
minute, Virginia. Could you send that to my?
Yeah, I'd like to see that as well.
Facebook, please.
Well, shoot, mine are worth $108.
I mean, that's pretty good. We buy you like $50 worth. Oh, the other thing too, we do have to give some away. The other part of the update is that as of December 6th, all the prices for crates, which right now are $5 for the small ones or $25 for the big ones, they're going to double. So after the 6th, it'll be a lot more expensive. I actually just bought 10 because I want to do some giveaways. But if anybody wants them, if you want to send us PayPal or donations or anything like that, again, 50% of all that stuff goes to HaitianRoots.com. Some of it comes to me because I made the music. Shameless plug.
Why would anybody want to give you money? I don't understand.
I don't know, because I made music and I sort of like a semi-worthwhile as a human being, hopefully, at some point. Maybe.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, all right.
No, honestly.
All right, I got it.
Corey is my absolutely favorite local musician. No question. Even though he's not local anymore.
I was gonna say, at least I'm.
And he moved away because he hates me. But other than that, he's one of my favorites. Good question from Sherry Burney. I read that Biden and Fauci have been in contact the past couple of days. My question: does Dr. Birx have a way back into the Biden task force? I hope not. I think she completely sold out her.
Yeah, there's some people that suggest that she didn't, but she did. I mean, in my opinion. So yeah, that's just a safety video from Pasco County, and Mariano isn't in it because that would require saying that COVID was real, and he can't do that. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure, and I don't know if she's in the comments. I didn't see her yet, but Kathy Brakeman donated $20 to operate our Minecraft server for a full monp. And beautiful. I'm grateful to her for doing that. So thank you very much, Kathy Brinkman. In case you wonder what we're doing in there, and you haven't been to church, I took some screenshots. That's this giant thing that we're making.
Yeah, I made a video of that in the middle of the night because I was just like flipping back and forth a bunch of times. And then I was like, I can make a video of this on my phone. So I did.
This series of shots with the sun going through the cathedral is pretty cool.
Yeah.
When you watch them, when you click through them this way.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Right?
That's a GIF right there. Can you send me all those pictures?
I think I posted all of these pictures in the
yeah, but then I'd have to
in the church group.
I can go get them.
Okay, yeah, here's the whole series.
Yeah, that's a GIF all day. I'll make
huh?
that. That's a really good. That's you're a genius.
Well, yeah, but so yeah, that's the massive church that we're building. I'm not sure if you get a sense of the scale, but each of those blocks that you see when you zoom in is a square meter. So the size of this is actually
significant. Yeah, Jenny said
amazingly big.
I believe Mariano was left out because of the cough federal investigation. That makes sense.
Good.
Doo-doo-doo.
I don't want him to play in any of our reindeer games.
So F that guy right in the
with that
doorknob.
Fred Eater, I'm leaving the house today for the first time in months, so my best friend can help me start a bank account, and I can take my life back before my roommates leave on January 15th. This is a little scary, but I have my own Picard mask. Good luck, and I that's a thing. I sometimes I want to speak directly to Fred in the comments, but on the show, but Fred, you're where I was 3 years ago, beginning to have to turn things around, and got an apartment and a lease and then a bank account, and it's a road back, and it's not, and it is anxiety producing because of stuff we haven't had to do or haven't been able to do, and we're afraid something's going to go wrong, and I totally get that, and I'm with you, but I'm with you, but at a safe distance for your journey today. So good luck. I'm sure you're going to do fine with all that. Yes. Yeah, Jareen, I worked grocery for about 7 years. It is the busiest grocery day of the year today. Don't go to the store if you can help it. It will be pandemonium, and people are being unsafe. And yeah, and I have to say I feel extremely grateful for all of the frontline workers. People that actually have to work in those places and are literally putting their lives on the line. I can get rid of that screen share now. Putting their lives on the line to make sure we all stay fed. and that includes the farm workers and the meat processing plant workers and the grocery store clerks and stockers. Thank you for all that you're doing. Oh,
Yep.
cancel Thanksgiving.
Right.
No, cancel what we traditionally do for Thanksgiving. Cancel
Right.
that.
Just be super hyper grateful online and help other people do the same. Did we say when is Thanksgiving and should we do a service for it? I mean, considering it is a cathedral built to gratitude.
I could be there for like maybe half an hour or so. I got a lot to do right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, when is that anyway? Like, I don't even know. Is it tomorrow?
Yes,
Oh, okay. All right.
but everybody's going to be busy doing that. Well, no, maybe they're not.
Why don't we take when?
Tell
if
us
we,
in the comments if you'd like us to do
right. If you could
thankfulness
do
show.
it, Greg, when would it be the most convenient?
No, our normal time, 10 o'clock would
10 o'clock.
work for me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments if you guys want us to do a thing tomorrow.
We will. If there is,
I like to believe that a
An
year from now the
outpouring.
pandemic will be gone. I'll tell you what, Fred. Things are going to change in a hurry, but I think a year from now we're still going to have to be being very, very careful. Yes. Augment your Thanksgivings, says Anthony. Thank you, Anthony.
laugh track. Thanksgiving is not a religious holiday, and ours is not a religious church.
That works out.
I do need to test something while everyone thinks about it.
You make me complete. Yeah, nobody like you. No better virtues or ways you can prove. There's no tension inside us. There's no way that this pattern could do any harm. Here with you, there's no way I'm this lucky. Nobody like you. So hard to write songs about contempt and virtues or ways you could improve. It's a warm afternoon. I kiss you good morning. The dogs are asleep. They sigh and pull me close. I will know that I adore you. Make me come to you. Yeah, I love you. Yeah, you make me complete.
Yeah. That is so good. That song is so
It's
good.
getting there.
I didn't think you could make it better.
I didn't think about it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, Thanksgiving. We're talking in the comments about our Native American brothers and sisters and how they don't see that holiday the same way that most of the rest of us do, and
Right.
I can empathize with that. It never occurred to me that my adopted brother, might feel differently about the holiday than me. He doesn't. He shared that holiday with our family for most of his life, and I have some sensitivity to that. Like when people get upset about the American flag, what I want to remind them is that every Native American who was butchered by American troops was butchered by someone wearing that flag or flying that flag, or it's timely representation. So not everybody sees the flag the same way as I do. Not everybody sees Thanksgiving the same way that I do. We're going to have a traditional Thanksgiving. We're going to deliver smallpox to marginalized populations.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a thing that's happening. So maybe it's a bit of both, right? Like we get to be grateful for all the things that we get to be grateful for, but understanding that there was a huge cost that was paid by other people. Like we're sitting on a mountain of privilege that allows for it, and sort of be grateful with one hand and at least cognizant with the other.
Yeah, and we can all do more about that. I feel like changing Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day is a good start.
Right.
on recognizing those problematic things that we have been celebrating. And I think Thanksgiving is going to be a taller hill to climb, just simply because so many people have such good traditions of it. So we'll have to see. We can have these conversations now because not as many people are going to call us snowflake libtards for having the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I got a message. Okay.
Greg, did you freeze again?
No. I'm reading something. I'm going to read this out loud because Anthony Avia sent it to me.
Avila, Purple Heart,
Avila, sorry.
Purple Heart.
Okay, I was looking for the Science Versus mini episode settling the plural of octopus debate, but it appears it was removed from their servers. But there's a pretty funny part that octopodes is a neat alternative to octopuses. It is a more antiquated way of saying it, but in my view, more fun. So I had to share. Octopodes.
Octopodes.
Octopodes? Is it octopodes or
I don't fucking know.
See,
dude.
now we got to figure out how to pronounce that.
We don't.
Maybe I'll get another private
We
message
don't at all.
explaining.
We do need to understand that we have to pronounce Avila, Purple Heart, Purple Heart, Purple Heart, Purple Heart.
There's 4, right? Okay.
4 of them. You got to get that shit right.
Okay, I will work on that. I'm just getting around to working out the pronouns thing. So I'll need a while with the pronunciation of Avila.
Yeah, right.
Purple
We're
Heart,
a little slow. But we mean well, and we'll get there. God damn it.
Yeah, progress, not perfection. This is our motto.
Yeah.
Or would be.
Octopodes.
If we had one. Do we have?
Yeah, G Money. Did we lose you?
Am I back
you
yet?
You're back now. Are you back in real time?
Our internet connection has been wonky for a few days, so sorry about
Mother effers. It'll be really cool
Octopodes.
if at
that.
some point
That's better.
it is good. It kind of rolls out the tongue a little bit better. It'll be really cool if you have some different internet at some different magical place at some point.
Yeah, that won't change. I don't think. I mean, we're going to be in the same zip code. Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's all different
let
wires.
the cat out of the bag.
He did.
I guess it's really too late for their. I don't know. We're moving.
And scene.
Yeah, we got a house, and we're pretty damn excited about it. Live Track will not have to forego phone calls while I'm on the air. That'll be nice.
As if
And
she ever did.
there's a backyard with a fence and everything.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah, it is, and it's been a long road to get here.
Oh man, SN9 nose cones being stacked in the high bay this morning, which is awesome. But we should apparently that the static fire went good last night,
Yes,
and they're going to be doing the little hop test and belly flop action potentially within the week.
belly flop. That doesn't
That's
sound
how
like
it
something you
lands.
want your rocket to do.
That's how it, Greg. The way that this thing is supposed to land is fucking mental.
Oh, is that where it falls down through the
Yeah.
atmosphere? Do a
It
Blake
literally
Day?
does a belly flop, and then at like 5,000 feet or something, turns the rocket on and goes whoopink, frick, and then lands on its butt. And for the
I
record,
love
that's not how.
I love it when you use those highly technical terms.
Yeah. For dank,
Blank.
yeah, and then dunk. So yeah, it literally is gonna come like belly flop from like we're belly flopping, and then it comes in like this, and then it swings all the way out over here because it's going really fast, and then it comes back here, and then it goes wee.
I got a message the night of the manned space launch from Corey on Miami Beach. We can see the rocket in that same.
Yeah, that was not a put on. I was at least that excited. We could just see it so well. I didn't think we were gonna see it all. Like maybe it'll be some stupid little speck, or it'd be too far over the horizon. Nope, big fuck off rocket, 500 miles away.
That's pretty cool. Well, it's only 140 miles from there, but still.
The landing thing had to be 500 miles away, and we saw that.
Oh, yeah.
clearly.
You saw the burn, the
Mm-hmm.
re-entry burn, right? Yeah.
And it lasted a long time too, like because I think they have the at least the one rocket's kind of throttled down but turned on the whole time, and yeah, there was a good like 15-second DXL burn to watch the whole thing land, and we couldn't watch the whole thing land because it went around the curvature of the Earth before going out, so it just sort of looked like it fell into the water, but it didn't.
Corey would be an awesome science teacher. You know what? That is not wrong. That is not wrong.
Like, this is how we learn about the physics of a rocket belly flopping out of the atmosphere and then landing. And then it goes like this, and then back this way. It's going fast. And then rockets land. Boom. I missed
Yeah.
my going.
Anthony, yeah, don't leave the 668. We are not, but the people of Port Richey will be relieved to learn that I am leaving the city limits of Port Richey, so I can't run for mayor again. And they're all like, thank God, that commie asshole who wanted nothing but glitter parades and a giant homeless shelter. Neither of which were things that I advocated for in the campaign. It's just stories people tell themselves, whatever.
True.
Whatever. Jareen with the house, yeah, the house emoji. We're pretty excited. We're pretty
Right.
excited.
Um,
Thanks, Jimmy.
Anthony J. Avila, Purple Heart. I need Corey to do all the takeoff and landing plays, play-by-plays from here on out. I'll fucking do it,
Yeah.
and happily. Although the everyday astronaut dude is just much better than I'll ever be. Every time there's like a lull in action while people are waiting for rocket launches, he starts telling you about why the pre-rocket rocket fuel injectors in the Raptor engines are next level shit, and then we'll explain to you how they work. It's fucking incredible.
And we should note that he started that whole thing by himself as just a guy with a microphone and a camera in his house, and he has incredible access because he's been
Dogged.
such an advocate for all of the different efforts. His explainers about the differences between the United Launch Alliance rockets and the SpaceX rockets it's amazing stuff. For me, he's an exciting science teacher. Greg too, meaning you, I guess. And,
Okay.
there you go. See, there's the rub right there. That's why Corey can't be a science teacher. As long as fuck is allowed in the classroom.
And I would imagine there's for the public school system, no. Yeah.
Well, this explains a lot about why Donna Arbogast is such a weirdo. I went to high school in Polk County, and my biology teacher showed us porn. So anything. Is possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I bet they weren't supposed to do that.
it's like, so we can have the sex education course, or I can just say wear a fucking condom, and this is more or less kind of sort of how it's done. This will set totally appropriate
Just
expectations.
with less spitting, please.
Jesus, what kind of porn you watch?
Can we glitter code a building to be a homeless shelter so the homeless can have somewhere beautiful to be? I mean,
Yes.
I'd be down for that.
This is why they don't put either one of us in charge. Instantaneous affirmative on the glitter buildings.
Yes. My friends Kira and Randy, who operate a charity called Hands of the Goddess, do a lot of homeless outreach. Live in a house that is called the Glitter Dome because it is painted all sorts of funky, great colors. And
Yeah.
I would 100% put Kira in charge of decorating a singles homeless shelter in this county.
They're awesome sauce.
Yes, that's my goal. Anthony Avila, Purple Heart, is that I become more conservative.
Wait. Purple Heart.
Did I only do it 3 times? I thought I did 4.
You might have, but it sounded like 3 to me because I just started paying attention. So I might have added an extra one because I'm a weirdo.
Oh my God, Virginia! I just had to dissect a fetal pig. Wow, your sex ed class was way different than mine. Did you go to Jeffrey Dahmer High School? What's
Wow,
going on there?
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Okay. Damn, Daniel.
Oh boy, yeah. We had a teacher. That told us that axle grease is a miracle cure for burns that they don't want us to know about.
Really?
Ooh, eerie music. That's what Elizabeth says. Did you have any weird fucked up teachers?
Me?
Yeah,
I mean, no.
I did.
I mean,
I had one that used to sleep in class because he was drunk all the time. Like you could smell vodka on him when you got near the desk.
Okay. So my, I guess, godfather, like friend of my parents, who is also a French teacher, more or less that applied to him. I don't think I ever had him as a French teacher. My brother did, but he was well known to have a nip of whiskey under his desk. But I mean, he was a super nice guy, right? Like, it wasn't weird. And I mean, it was Yellowknife. Everyone was drunk. It was cold. That's how you coped.
Yeah, Elizabeth, she and I straight up argued in class repeatedly. Lord God, I was an asshole to teachers if they started it. She disparaged my daddy. So I got in trouble in Catholic school. I went to 2 years of Catholic high school, and the religious studies teacher was a former nun who quit being a nun to get married and have a family, and that's all cool. And she argued with me one day that animals cannot have souls because they don't have any memory. And so I came to school the next day with a National Geographic article about a pilot whale that lived in a northern European port. I want to say it was Copenhagen, and this whale was noted for years and years and years for guiding ships through the rocks at the mouth of the shipping channel. He would just get on the bow of a ship and guide ships in all the time, and was doing that. And somebody on one of the ships shot the whale, and he went away and didn't come back for 20 years. And then came back eventually and started guiding ships in and out of the harbor again. But it was like, so that whale obviously, had memory. And she sent me to the principal's office, and I came back and promptly told her, well, I didn't, at least I didn't quit being a nun. Yeah. I don't have the courage of your convictions because neither do you. It was not. Right back to the principal, who was also a nun. The principal of my high school was a nun. Sister Mary Dion was not happy to see me twice in one day.
Right? Why should I have more of a conviction of belief than
you quit? So
I mean,
how strong is your faith? It was not a happy conversation. Yeah.
Anyways,
Donna Van Meter, laugh track. I don't remember my sex ed class. It was too late by high school.
nice.
There you go, Virginia Rippert. I was at Hudson High School, so we were taught not to have sex.
Look at this.
Wow.
Straight up watched a Ken Ham creationism video in public high school science class. We didn't talk about evolution. For those who don't know, Ken Ham is the fucking clown who made the giant boat, I think in Kentucky or Kansas or some stupid fucking place, to show how
the Noah's Ark theme park
from everywhere would fit onto a giant boat to survive a flood because reasons.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, Chad, I'm glad you got out alive, and you're one of the rare people that it just clearly made much, 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 much smarter. Apparently, somebody handed you a book later in life, and you're like, well, I'm going to have to read all of these, and you've been doing it ever since, making us all feel bad about the dumb science fiction I read instead of the 18,000 philosophers a week that you read.
So Elizabeth is describing, we had a drunk who kept coming to school on Mondays with one less tooth. We figured he was bar fighting. He used to quote Julius Caesar with a deep old Southern accent. Maybe that might have been Brother Dave Gardner. I don't know. That's a comedian reference that nobody in the world is going to get except for
you're on your own.
Yeah, Brother Dave Gardner used to do jacked up Shakespeare stories on stage with a Southern accent. Julius Caesar said, "It too, Brutus," and Brutus said, "It, I ain't it nothing." He used to do really fucked up Southern Shakespeare on stage.
All right.
Good stuff.
All right.
So maybe that was just Brother Dave Gardner, because I know where she grew up and that's where he's from. So that's entirely possible.
Fair enough. Thanks to Jason Smith. Great podcast out there called Philosophize This. All right.
I don't know about that one.
I don't either.
Chet,
I got to college and was like, oh
shit.
I feel like it's kind of child abuse to be teaching kids dumb nonsense. Because then they're going to get to college and they're going to be like, colleges are full of crazy people who are mean to me. Yeah, you think evolution is a lie, you stupid dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Carrie,
sorry, Carrie. Yep, all the good
100%.
stuff happened like 12 minutes ago.
I mean, you might get lucky, but it's not.
It's not likely.
We're going downhill on skis at this point.
And I'm surprised that at the fields that ignorance reaches into. Like our office was
All
co-located
levels
with
of Republican government.
with a medical office, a doctor's office, and one of the nurses there one day let fly that she's a New Earth creationist. I'm like, how are you a fucking RN? How did you get through nursing school?
Okay, this might
Believing that.
and this would be the right crowd for this, because I was going to say this might not be popular, but I would be willing to bet here it will at least get a good hearing. I think any New Age or New Earth creationists should not be allowed to use anything that would require knowledge of the world being older than 6,000 or 7,000 years old. So cars, go fuck yourself. Oil is really old, right?
Insulin.
Insulin. Well, insulin wasn't around before then, so you wouldn't
Okay.
require any knowledge of that. But
Okay.
and honestly, like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. But any electronics, all of that required minerals and a degree of a knowledge of all sorts of things. It's just like basically like any satellites, anything that has to do with satellites. Basically, just don't get to use anything because you're an idiot. And we want to kind of downgrade the amount to which you're going to infect the intellectual body politic of the entire world with your stupid. And maybe we can just send you to Parlay.
Yeah, make sure you give me your social security number when you
for
sign
sure.
up.
Definitely do that.
And write in Trump in the Georgia Senate runoff.
That's so
See,
good.
it too, Brutus. What are y'all give me, Brutus? She knows who Brother Dave Gardner is. That's what that means. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no way to connect with that.
Anthony, I was homeschooled, so pretty much didn't need sex ed, but my mom was also hella cool about answering questions as they came up.
Nice.
So we all ended up with a really sense of emotions. I think that means really good sense of emotional maturity and general understanding. But goo is also, fun. Right, Carrie? This is why you should quit your job and stay home and watch us all the time.
Right? Yeah. Dave Myers is like, I got a brand new job. It's fucking awesome. Whee! And then we never see him again. How good is your job, really? And for everyone watching, it's very good. He's
very
doing,
good.
He's doing very well. We just that's how I express missing another dude friend. Passive aggressively.
Is there anything that doesn't require knowledge of the Earth being more than 6,000 years old?
Yeah, being a dumb fuck like that, right?
Game show host.
Yeah, basic literacy, and constant shock, right? Oh, it is Captain Wilson. Like, what? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That's so sad. The Q lady that was elected here now using C.S. Lewis quotes to push her anti-mask shit. Those masks are tyranny.
Oh, C.S. Lewis is such a pain in my ass.
I know.
Yes.
It's sad.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Anthony. This is why we're glad that you're unemployed.
Yeah. It'd be better if there was UBI. I have a sneaky suspicion that UBI is closer than I thought it was.
Jelen is a straight up advocate for UBI, is she not?
Right. Yeah. Right. And she ran the Fed. She was the chair of the Fed. And actually, the only time I ever really knew who Yellen was because she was giving a talk in front of Congress, and one of her aides, or the aides in the room, held up the yellow, now infamous yellow lined piece of paper that said "Buy Bitcoin," which is because she's the Federal Reserve chair.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's suggestion that she's actually pro digital currencies, which is good. So every other country in the world is moving in this direction to one extent or another. People are going to have to figure that shit out.
Well, I think the thing that makes her interesting, because of her advocacy for UBI, is in the pandemic. Even if we only apply it for now, like Canada has, where we're paying people to stay home so they can make a living and not kill their families. She's part of that conversation that's happening already, and will be happening with the weight of policy soon. That can't be a bad outcome.
It's nationally, Canada and the other places where it's been done. It's showing you what happens when you do that, and it's like they're doing all the tests that Yang was calling for, all the studies, yada yada yada, that we all wanted. They all just happened, right?
Right.
Here's how resilient we are if we just give people money, and here's the degree to which inflation is affected, and it hasn't been, right? Not in any way commensurate to the amount of benefits that have been accrued to the entire economy. The entire economy, like rich people getting much richer, right?
Right.
And
because their businesses are packed with people who have
who
money
still
to
have
spend.
money, right? And it just means that like any shock to the economy will get kind of smoothed out by this when it's not supercharging the economy writ large, which it really could just do, right? Like that.
Right.
It seems like that is what's going to happen. So I think there's a decent possibility. And the number of times that like payments were getting held up by Mnuchin at Treasury, and that was the biggest problem. I was really confused by that because you'd think it'd have to go through Congress, but no, Mnuchin was actually holding up more of that aid, and Yellen is going to be in his job.
Problem. Yesterday, he put all of that money back in the general fund where they have to re-legislate. its
Yeah,
use.
the CARES Act. Yeah, that's
Just pissing on everything because they can.
yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that.
Also, Elizabeth Wood came up with the correct answer for what doesn't require knowledge that the Earth is more than 6,000 years old. There you go.
I
But she
say
went to
again,
Tampa Catholic High School. So,
being a
that checks
dumb
out.
fuck.
did she go to Jesuit or Tampa Catholic? She went to one of the Tampa Catholic schools. I can't remember which one. Do you know that? She's from here?
What's that?
Kaylee McEnany.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you know the new movie Greenland, Tampa gets hit by a giant rock?
What?
In the new movie Greenland,
Yes.
that's a like a Earth gets hit by a planet killer meteor.
Yeah.
The first place that gets destroyed is Tampa.
Well, we kind of have it coming. So,
I mean, Kaylee McEnany. Yeah.
yeah, but also Joe Redner.
I don't know who Joe Redner is.
He's the guy that owned all the strip clubs that has been an advocate for free speech and unionized sex trade workers. He's pretty interesting fellow.
All right.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, okay.
And he's the reason why you can now get smokable medical cannabis in Florida. His lawsuit over that issue was, the whole plant cannabis was formative in how we're doing things here now. So that's good. Oh, nice. We had one of our local group who said masks are child abuse.
What?
Okay. Yeah, argue that with your local case managers. I'm sure they will disagree.
I just like.
You're-
Yeah.
Jason's in it just for you there. The Star Trek economy is coming.
Right?
Yeah.
It can. We can do it. We can do it, man.
Get people used to that cash and it'll be easier to make it permanent. Exactly.
Yeah,
If
it'll be
we can
impossible to not
if
make
we
it permanent.
Just make a 6-month plan. Just do it for 6 months and everybody will go, oh, this is pretty awesome.
And use executive order, like figure out, just make it happen. Because honestly, here's what we know. Like we need to put, and this is kind of what I was trying to get at, and I did it horribly because we got into the stupid bully argument again. But the like putting the Republicans on their heels by breaking every single norm that they broke. And doing it more, like making them scream bloody murder and say, if you want anything to do with it, you're going to have to fucking make a law. We're only following your precedent, and do that over and over and over again until people understand that that's happening, right? And use it to just like, hey, we're signing an executive order, giving everyone a fucking pony because fuck you. This is why they don't let me run shit, because I would start a pony breeding project that was worth $200 or $300 billion, and I would give literally every child a pony.
Well, you're just basically stealing Vermin Supreme's whole platform for the presidency.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, he was going to do that, wasn't he?
Everybody
You
a
know what?
pony.
I concede. I do remember he was.
All you need is a rubber boot and a big beard. And
Right.
you're in.
But I'm ruthlessly trying to steal from.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's an important part of our culture. I
My
think.
daughter and some of her friends got to spend time with him when the Republicans had their convention in Tampa.
Really?
He was here in the Bay Area, and they were working with Food Not Bombs in North Pinellas, and he showed up, and they got to hang out with him for a while and said he was an amazing human being.
Yeah, this is an important point. Sorry for stepping on the end of that.
All right.
Jason Smith, UBI equals proof money creation is a federal government function, and it's not proof because we already knew that, right? But I think it's so that people will understand that's what's happening. Money doesn't come from rich people; they're just really good at hoarding it. And that's just true, right? Like eventually, it will accrue in a capitalistic system to people that make it their business to control that capital, and make laws that help to control that capital. But all of the money comes from the federal government, all of it. And we're printing all like crazy amounts of it all the fucking time. So why don't we just start printing it and giving it to people? It would be like some asshole creating a token and then just giving it out to people, or Bitcoin saying, hey, just run this stupid computer program and you'll get Bitcoin. Like, it's just, there's a way that inflation, the amount of currency that exists in the world, there's a way that it, increases, and we can decide as a people who that goes to. And right now we're just sending it to Wall Street. Literally, we're just buying fucking stock and increasing the price of those stocks.
It's going directly into offshore bank accounts.
Yeah.
Where it does our economy no good whatsoever.
One hundo.
Can we
It's
talk a
really
minute
good for the yacht industry. Go
About
ahead.
Charles Koch trying to rehabilitate their image. I was wrong. We were wrong. We were right. Gosh, we didn't know conservatives were going to be all conservative. Bullshit. Because
they were-
about every 5 years, that's what the Koch brothers have done, is try to re-image themselves to be on board with whoever the current administration is, so they get shit done that benefits them. If it were true, Charles Koch would not be donating money to Purdue's re-election Senate campaign bid in Georgia, and he is. So fuck that guy.
Okay, Anthony J. Avila, Purple Heart. I had a pony as a child, so yes, having a pony does in fact yield outstanding humans. I agree. Can confirm.
Data. We like data on this show, and there you go.
Important.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Elizabeth Wood saying, my hometown canceled the Christmas parade. Apparently they are taking away their God and guns. Brr. Well, Tampa canceled Gasparilla this week. New Orleans has canceled Mardi Gras. So fuck right off with your Christmas thing, because
Right?
all of us pagan weirdos that celebrate pirates and debauchery are going to have to take a chill
What?
right
What
into
was
next year.
What was that word that
Debauchery.
starts with debauchery?
Yes.
Debauchery.
What?
Debauchery.
You're not fooling anyone, Mister. I almost was an English professor guy.
Debauchery.
Well, I don't know why you get off on me using those words, because
No, I'm not getting off on you using it. I'm getting off on you using it terribly wrong. Debauchery. That's not how that's said at all. Are you making noise? You're muted there, Home Slice.
Oh,
there you go.
debauchery.
That's better. It's going to be that way from now on.
I'm an American, not
Food
a
weapons and
Francophile
debauchery.
Canadian.
It's
So
debauchery. It's just debauchery. Just put an O in there, and that's it.
debauchery. Okay, whatever.
I mean that, but now I feel bad because that's not as fun.
I know it was a
The
good
French
joke.
accent one's way better. It's like
Yeah.
it's just
Oh, I don't know.
yes,
Uh,
yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, oh, my Alabama hometown can fuck off directly. There you go. See, Elizabeth, I say it the way Greg says it. That's right, because we're
All right.
Southern. We also say Cottrell correctly.
I mean, so does everyone else. No, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Well, Fred, the teacher, says Corey has it. I'm mispronouncing it.
And scene.
Am I uncouth? Apparently we are
Uncouth?
uncouth.
What the hell's wrong with you? Jesus.
Hey, ask Corey to say book bag or sorry.
Book bag. Sorry.
you had to make an effort to say it that way
No.
without saying sorry. You did. You had to work.
I know.
at it.
I do say sorry. I'm not upset about it. It just is what it is. Sorry. No, that's not. No, denied.
All right. Hey, it's like almost 11. What is this?
Whoa.
Well, just so you're all aware, Beanie is relaxing on her back with all paws in the air to the sound of your voices. You have tamed the wild beast. I think Beanie is Donna's boyfriend. So good job. It's her dog. It's her little tiny
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
dog. She's about this big.
So, I think the wax that you have in your wallet is about to double over the next 4 months.
Yeah, it's about. It shows a value of $108. I think that's because of the prices I put on some things, but
Well, no, if you're looking at the token head thing, that actually shows the last price that it sold for.
Oh.
So it has nothing to do with the amount that you've put it in for. Because I know we put some of that stuff in there for more.
A lot of money. Yeah.
It's smarter the more I think about it, considering what M Blue's doing.
So I'm
with the
showing total value on that app of $107.79 or 2,524 wax.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what happens when the price of wax goes up considerably. And I would be lying if I told you I knew how that was going to work. I really don't. So it'd be fun. By the way, anybody who anyone who buys a crate is going to get a free MP3 of the anthem. Obviously, you kind of know the person who wrote it, so if you really want it, you can probably just get it from me.
I'll give you a pirated copy. I won't do that.
There you can. We're actually going to release an NFT that's going to act as a key to a download link. So if you could just give the NFT away and do it that way.
Nice,
because it'd be more fun to kind of use that.
You know what, Donna? That you're onto something. I like this new normal. The work from home normal. I hope we can all keep doing this. I think a lot more people are going to, since there's been a commercial real estate collapse during the pandemic.
Right.
There may not be any office buildings left.
Yeah, Elizabeth, I totally can do another tutorial for all this stuff. Because I've been thinking about making some little videos. So maybe what I can do is just do like a full on. I'll just book it and announce it on So Local. Anybody wants to come and play around with it, it'd be good. Especially considering like people like you and Sue Gentry and some others should really have the ability to make NFTs. It's actually not that hard. So understanding how the basics of that work, I think it'd be really, really cool, because I think you guys would do some really interesting things with that technology.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's likely. Jason Smith, take it for what it's worth, but my personal prediction is that if Joe Biden administration pump the brakes on fiscal stimulus, you will see crypto go down the fastest of any other investment. Just a word of caution. Interesting.
No, none of that's going to happen, and mainly because the level that the correlation between U.S. markets and whether or not austerity is happening in the United States is completely, totally uncorrelated from the price of Bitcoin over the long enough turn, right? Like we might see a situation where a particular quarter has a bit of a dig. If historical precedent holds, we're going to see a 30% dip after it hits the all-time highs, which it's probably going to do in the next little bit. That won't have anything to do with the administration. It'll have everything to do with every single time it hits a new all-time high, it dumps some. But people like to kind of call it as if it was connected to real world stuff. I just have never seen it. People have been making that prognostication for 10 years, and they've never been right.
Interesting. Donna Van Meter, I love working from home. I get a lot done, and I don't have to drive anywhere.
Amen to that.
Yeah, it's a hell of a commute from the bedroom to here.
Right?
Yeah, I want to go back up to something Fred said, just because it struck me funny. Greg is smoking more than I am, I think. Well done. I think he means the wacky tobacco, the devil's lettuce, Satan's cabbage. And no, this is just how I look when I'm not worried the world is going to fucking end today. This is, I'm not in a sense of existential dread right this second. So that's less about pot and more about the world. And I know things are still bad. Totally get it.
Yeah.
But we'll
amen to that, Anthony J. Avila, Purple Heart. I am ready for the counter austerity movement.
Yes.
Fuck, I think there's actually a hell of a lot more likelihood that Biden is going to go FDR than he's going to go Obama. Let me put it that way. And that is, I'll say right now, at least a good chunk wishful thinking on my part. But he's also sent some signals that could be the case. So we'll have to see, but here's hoping.
Yeah, the Pope's new encyclical, speaking of the Pope, actually contains portions that relate to UBI and taking care of people during the pandemic, which is
right.
The Pope's encyclical is not just a book. It's basically marching orders for the entire Catholic world. It feels to me like he wrote this with Joe Biden specifically in mind.
He's like, hey, Joe, hire Andrew Yang.
Yeah, they spoke for several hours on the phone a few weeks ago. I don't know if you knew that. I'm sure.
I didn't know
they did. Right after the election, they spoke 2 or 3 times in one day, which was interesting to me. Like that's that on more than just Joe Biden's a Catholic level. Was he inquiring?
Wait, you talked to the Pope?
Yes.
Oh, fucking A. I think you meant Andrew Yang, which, I mean, either way.
No.
Same.
Why have you got a spoon? Are you?
Because I put honey in my coffee and mostly I'm like, can you bend?
But then you were combing your hair.
I was gonna put it behind my, and then I was like, don't do that. That's weird. I realized I'd picked it up and didn't know what I was doing with my hands.
Oh my goodness. It's a nice feeling letting go of existential dread. Yeah, but there's that other part of me that is traumatized. A trauma survivor that's like, waiting for the other shoe to drop, and that's a permanent condition. Yeah. So, hey, it's 11 o'clock.
Yep.
We did a whole hour.
Yep.
And we talked about some cool stuff. Sorry you missed it, Carrie Redmond. But quit your job, stay home, watch us all the time. That's clearly the answer to all your problems.
Exactly. Like once UBI is on, I'll just be like,
nice. A Uri Geller reference. Nice.
Uri Geller?
He's the guy that was famous for bending spoons on television.
Why does he spell his name Corey?
No, he's making a
Corey,
reference.
Geller bending spoons.
No, Uri Geller, Corey Geller. It's a play on words that sort of works because
because now my last name is Geller because I bend spoons.
Yes. I'm so glad you explained this for us.
Okay. Well, there you go. We did an hour and 5 minutes. No one died. We didn't get into any huge arguments. That's good. Good talk.
Yeah. Let's get on out of here. I got some stuff I got to get done.
All right.
I say that every day, and I end up playing Minecraft for an hour. So
right. Speaking of, we're gonna do. So it looks like we're gonna do 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's gonna be fun. Friday show, regular scheduled. I mean, I got
sure. Why not?
Going on. All right. And then of course on Sunday we will be in the cathedral, which may or may not be a little bit more completed than it is now. Thank you so much for taking these shots. Say the thing, and then I'm gonna play the video as a little outro.
Okay. First though, Fred is totally wrong.
Now we're gonna have a fight. Jokes are better left unexplained. You have apparently never seen this show, because what we do on this show is explain the joke, and then, and this is critical, explain that we are explaining the explanation of the joke as a meta concept to deepen the funny. And then we explain that we are explaining the meta description of the joke so that people really can understand that there is now 3 levels to this explanation of the explanation of the explanation.
Each one funnier
joke.
than the one below it.
Every time, without fail.
We are a
only
tower
gets
of
funnier
hilarity.
as long as we are patient enough to then explain the 4th level. Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. But
All right.
it works.
Sasquatch is real.
Boom.
You make me clumsy. Yeah, nobody like you. No greater virtues or ways you can improve. There's no tension inside. There's no way that this pattern could do any harm. Here with you. Here with you. There's no way I'm this lucky. Nobody like you. It's so hard to write songs about contempt and virtues or ways you could improve. It's a warm afternoon. I kiss you good morning. The dogs are asleep. I sigh and pull me close. I will know that I adore you. You make me come to you. Yeah, and I love you. Yeah, you make me come to you.
Oh,
Yeah, right. It's just enough to start getting you into it, and then it's like, fuck it.
I know. I want the whole thing.
Well, maybe I'll just have to make a different one.
Yeah.
Let's get more pictures or something.
We have tons of pictures on the 2 groups.
I know. I'll just have to collect them and do the whole thing.
I think I probably have some of the studio build and the lighthouse build. Let me get those too. So
I like that idea.
we should probably have this conversation, after the show ends.
Or whatever. It's all part of the family anyway. Yeah, Sue said the song's a great way to end the show. I always get so sad we just end. I'll make that a thing. I'm not scared. Let's do it up. Yeah, we'll make like an outro chillax video if you want to hang out.
I tell you what, I have a better idea. I want all of you to send us a picture of you. All of you who are viewers and listeners of our show. Send us a picture of you.
I like it.
And we'll do an outro of the song with pictures of all of our friends and family and viewers.
And pictures of our Minecraft world. I love a high shot of our homestead, says Sue, which I think.
Oh, you got to go see what they've built out there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
definitely.
Yeah, send everything. Apparently, okay, I'll just send it to Fred, and he can whip something up for us.
Dang.
Thanks, Fred. All right.
Love
By
it.
all means, threaten us with a good time.
Sasquatch, still real.
And see.